Okay, welcome to Impact. And there's something I gotta do first before I do my impact review. I don't like including any of my own personal business in my videos. I've been doing it a lot lately and I don't like doing it. But in this situation, I think I need a little bit of guidance because I have a situation on my hands. As you guys know, I'm sure most of you know, I have another channel and I put a show up called MMD Amateur Hour. It's very small. Barely anyone looks at it. Well, I just discovered that someone uploaded my content. They took it from YouTube, downloaded it, and then they uploaded it and put it on their own channel saying it belonged to them. Now, I already went to that guy's channel, or girl, and I told him, hey, what are you doing? Don't do that. If you want to use my content, talk to me. And then I put another comment saying, hey, you better talk to me or take down the video or else, pretty much. But I'm sure that person's not going to say anything. So it's like, I don't own the music that I'm using. It belongs to someone else. That's where the major issue comes in. But I produce everything else. I produce the dancing from the software I use. I did the voice work myself. And I put it all together. So I'm actually kind of confused what to do here. Do I actually say something or not? Since I don't own the music. So I'm probably considering doing a copyright on the guy's channel. I don't want to, but it's unfair to take my content, say it's yours, and upload it, even if it is copyrighted music. So I want your guidance, what you guys think. Should I do this or not? Because I am thinking of doing it, and I don't like doing that. I don't mind someone using my stuff as long as you say, hey, dude, I want to do this because I want to add it with my own stuff. Prove it. But he's not doing it, or she's not doing it. They're just saying it belongs to them. So please give me a hand here, guys. Now, BF Bound for Glory was a big question. Where the channel, well, not where the channel, you see, I'm still angry. Where the company was going to go. Where we're going onward. We got a lot of content here, and I'm not going to be detailed. I'm only going to briefly talk about everything here because I want to get to the end of the show because of what it could mean and speculation. We got something I don't agree with. We had Eric Young versus Rick Swan so quickly, so briefly. Eric Young beats down Rich. You see, I'm really pissed. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Eric Young beats down Rich. It leads out into the ring. You got Eric wanting his rematch clause now. Rich gotten his butt kicked while he was in street clothes and shoes. Lost his shoes. And then goes into a match where now it's over. Eric Young is finished because he now used up his ring match clause. And I'm going, why would they rush this? Why not take a little time, at least do a thorough job of making sure at least maybe a month of build, even if there was no pay-per-view? Why didn't they do it? Then you see Rich celebrating with the Rascals, celebrating with Tommy, and then you see that the Moose comes in and said, you know what? You're nobody. I'm the one who's the best because I'm holding the TNA title. You're no one. But I can see the life you led. You're just glad to have anything, particularly that you came from a drug family. And that pissed off Rich. And then on top of that, he now has Sammy showing up right after that incident and congratulating him. But now his monster and a Ken Shamrock is there. And I see all this and I'm going like, why are they rushing this? Now, of course, Eric Young may not be over with. They may still have him deal with him, but seeing that Moose is now going to be a contender, and now that Ken Shamrock has shown himself, what about EY? I don't understand why they rushed this. They could have at least finished up between those two first, and then go into that, saying he has a target on his back. I just don't agree. Next, we had Rhino and Heath happy, but Heath is hurt, and he doesn't want anyone to know, particularly that he has not signed his contract yet. He doesn't want to be told, oh, you're hurt. I don't think we can give you a contract while you're hurt. That's what I think they're going with. And he's trying to hide it because he was interviewed. It's okay. That's not a bad thing. But I don't know how far they're going to go with it. Particularly that now Rhino has said, we have 1 whole year to call our shot. And now, guess what? We're going after the tag titles. Now, you got a whole year. They could stretch this if they need to, at least 2 or 3 months, while they check this in the story. He checks to see if Heath is really hurt badly, if he's minorly hurt, and there's some people trying to say he should not get to call a shot because he's got a hurt partner. That's what I'm hoping, but I don't know. XXXL versus the Rascals in a match that made no damn sense. You had them job to the Deaners on the pre-show of Bound for Glory. And now you had XXXL wipe the crap out of them. I just don't know why they did it. I know the jobbers. Let's make this clear. I know that the Rascals are jobbers. I know. I understand it. But you couldn't build up XXXL beforehand. You couldn't let them beat the crap out of some people first. Then have a match with the Rascals, and then go in front of the Motor City Machine Guns after that. Wait about a week or 2. Now, unless Shelley really is really hurt in real life, which I don't think he is, because they would have never done that. I really believe they should have stretched this out a little bit. I don't agree with it. I just don't know. You have Deonna Purrazzo getting a... Let me put it to you like this. This isn't the first time we've had a competitor use a lawyer to get what they want. But I think it feels rushed. It feels rushed. And I don't understand why Impact is rushing their stuff. Because Scott did a good job. The guy who was the lawyer was so-so. He wasn't that bad. And the way they made it sound was like this was all supposed to be before pay-per-view. And it's not. We just finished the pay-per-view. So I don't know why this was rushed. I don't know why they didn't drag this out a couple of weeks like Moose did at one point. He was willing to do whatever it took to get what he wanted, even going to a lawyer 1 point years ago. So I don't know why Deonna didn't get this done first before this situation with saying, well, you still got a rematch clause. Why don't you just act like you're supposed to be the best damn wrestler? And then she buckles under, folds. She gives in really quick. I don't know why this was rushed. And then Su Yung comes out. And then Su Yung destroys Deonna, Kimberly, the lawyer, and Scott. Nails them all. And they're done. Mind you, I like seeing Su Yung. But since they're saying nothing about why Kylie Rae's not there, you speculate that maybe she's sick, or maybe this is part of the storyline so Su Yung would have the title, go through Deonna Purrazzo and Kimberly, and then when Kylie Rae comes back, she will go after Su Yung. But I don't know why they didn't drag it out a little bit, like a couple of months, maybe into December. November and December and January. And then it culminates into Hard to Kill. Because that's supposed to it's supposed to be at the end of January, I believe. So I don't know why they're rushing it. That's just me, you guys tell me below. The hardcore match of Tommy and... I don't understand why this match wasn't on Bound for Glory. I don't understand why this match of Brian Myers and Tommy Dreamer was not built up properly and put on Bound for Glory. You got Brian Myers, who was brought into the former company that Tommy was in. And he's angry at Tommy. And instead of building this up, culminating at Bound for Glory, they just threw it away. And now we have this match. And now, after what happened in Bound for Glory, and you had Swoggle there, Swoggle helps out Tommy in the match. And Tommy just beats Brian Myers. It's like they just wanted to clean up everything and do a fresh start. But the problem here, and it's not that they can't do a fresh start and just end feuds, is that they never got them started. When it comes to Tommy and Brian Myers, they never really got it started. They never culminated it into something important. So seeing they ended here was really dumb because they didn't even need to, because they ended it weeks before. They ended it already. So I don't know why they even had this damn match in the first place, trying to say something. I don't get it. And it's such a loss. We had more information about the Knockouts Tag titles. They will be out in 3 weeks, and they'll be in a tournament. There will be a tournament. And here's the thing for me, particularly with the match between the Hood Rats of, and I'm still calling them Hood Rats, out of love for a Natasha Steele, as well as for a Kiera Hogan. You got only about 4 teams, maybe 5. No, 4 teams. You got Deonna Purrazzo and Kimberly. You can make them into a team. You got Nevaeh and you got the Havoc. You got the Hood Rats. You got the Rosemary, as well as for the Taya Valkyrie. And you could say, Su Yung and Kylie Ray. I'm not saying you should, because that makes every woman on the roster that's normally being seen. And unless they're bringing more women that's from Explosion, if they have any, they only have about 10 women and they got 4 teams. And that's, 12 women and 4 teams. And they just don't have enough people. They don't. They need at least 6 more women on the roster to make this work, to cover not only the tag titles, but the main title. Unless you're going to do double work with the women in the tag division trying to go after the main title, which you can do it. But they really need at least 4 more women to really make it work. You need 14 women, not 10 or 12. You need 14. That's just me. You guys tell me below. Raju and his moment. Raju basking in the moment that he wins. And then being told by Jimmy Jacobs that he means nothing because he should have won, because he shouldn't have won because TJP should have won. And he gets mad. The question is going to be where they're going. Done. I am finished. If I'm missing anything, I'm sorry. This situation is unusual because we normally see a brawl with a wedding. We normally see cake being thrown around with a wedding. We normally see a wedding getting stopped or being pulled to hell or some type of garbage like that. And I've never liked it. I've never been interested. I don't care about it. But here, this is a bit different. Someone in the back, probably a old school television fanatic or buff, doesn't matter which one, decided to pull out a little bit of Dallas on us. Decided to do a little JR action. Now, I'm not saying this hasn't happened before. There are, I think, a few shows that have done something similar to this, where the person gets nailed or laid out. But in this case, Bravo's dead, and now we have to figure out who killed Bravo. Now, if anyone's seen Dallas, it came out in the 1980s. It was an old show that talked about a family that ran an oil company and a character named JR. I can't remember the name of the family, but JR was a member of the family. He was going to inherit everything. He was going to have everything. And someone decided to shoot him. And the minute they did that, all hell broke loose amongst the family, wondering who killed JR, because there was no way to see who did it. They just know someone shot him. And the question is going to be, who shot JR? In this case, who shot Bravo? The question is going to be, for the next couple of weeks to maybe a month, they're going to go across everyone in that area, in that arena. The Deaners, XXXL, Taya, Rosemary, the Father Mitchell, James Mitchell. You got the guy who is in the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man suit, Crazy Steve. Everybody, including Falaba, who clearly they showed Falaba setting up Johnny Bravo because you got Hernandez with Rhino scum clearly looking for that money, and he pretty much ousted his friend who's supposed to be he's the best man for, which he still had the money into my face. I believe I have that shot. It's in his hand. I gotta admit, when Bound for Glory ended, I wasn't sure where they're gonna go with this. What are they gonna do going forward into the future of Impact from 2020 into 2021? I'm not saying that this is going to give them a huge kick in ratings, but it is interesting. And I'm sure people have already shared it on social media. I'm sure people will say, they just did a JR. They just did a Dallas. You wonder who killed Bravo. Now, I don't know how far they're going to go with this. And I don't know if this is going to end up good. But it's now compelling. One WWE, other than the Usos and Sasha Banks, with Bayley. Yes, I'm saying Uso. Jey Uso was one of the most compelling things that happened on Hell in a Cell. It wasn't just Roman Reigns looking dominant. He did. It was Usos giving in, I quitting. And then Sasha Banks winning and wondering if she's going to keep that title for a while. That was the most compelling thing on Hell in a Cell. And here, the most compelling thing is who killed Bravo. You guys tell me how you feel. Have a good day. Have a good night. And please, guys, I mean what I said. What I said earlier, I don't like bringing stuff like that in. What would you recommend me do? I really do believe I'm going to copyright the guy's channel and my own video. And hopefully they don't try and copyright my own video back on my own channel for doing it. But I don't know what else to think of. The guy or girl's not going to say anything. They're just going to use my content. Peace.